a quick overview of our services. The Cook County Small Business Source, we were set up out of COVID to provide small business service needs. Since that time, well, I'll say during that time, our initial thought was to help more businesses be able to thrive during COVID. We have now been out of COVID for 3 years. Well, this program has been going for 3 years. We've been out of COVID for about 1.5 years. And now our vision and our goal for the source is to now help businesses grow and elevate and help you scale up to the next level. The way in which we do that is we provide no-cost business services. As you can see here, we do offer one-on-one free small business advising. I always say free 99 because people never understand what I'm saying. So when we say free, it's free. You can sit down and have one-on-one small business advising with one of our partners, which will be Oscar, is one of our partners from the Illinois Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We actually have 11. I'll show you that shortly. We also offer a wonderful resource library, which can be pulled down through our website, as you can see here, the cookcountysmallbiz.org. We also offer free events, which is what you're attending now, our webinar Wednesday. We also have a list of events on our website that you can locate that are being hosted by our partners as well. And we also offer access to capital opportunities. We just had a grant that ran, some of you might be familiar with the Cook County Source Grant, which closed in like October. We just dispersed funds, and we're looking to see if we'll do another one soon or later in the year or next year. But as of right now, we're just providing you all with direction to additional access to capital opportunities, which is why we have Oscar here today to help us help you find additional opportunities to help fund your business. So just a quick brief overview of our grant, which was access to capital opportunity that just closed. We offered $50 million. We awarded to 3,000 small businesses. Initially, we have $40 million that we were offering. Through the mid-process of that grant, we ended up increasing it by 25%, which is where we got an additional $10 million that we were able to assist. A little bit more than 500 businesses were able to get additional access through that grant. All awardees went to businesses with fewer than 20 employees. Most of the businesses that come through the source are micro businesses. And this is just a picture of our source press event, which we celebrated our awardees of the grant. And here are some of our numbers here, our impact in which we've done thus far. So we've awarded over $67 million to small businesses, again, which are micro businesses, with access to capital opportunities through grants. We've assisted over 16,000 businesses have been served through events and webinars, in-person events like this one. And we've actually reached and touched over 67,000 businesses through our partnership program, as well as our own resources that we provide. And that would be through our social media, newsletters, door knocking, phone calls, all of the like, in ways in which we are able to assist you all and get you the access and the information about the source. 77%, as you can see, of those businesses are people of color. 62% of those businesses are women-owned, and we are in the month of women history, so 62% of those small businesses that are being started are women of business. And 94% again are micro businesses. So we have a large percentage of micro businesses. And as you can see, this is just a quick overview of the type of businesses, diversity that's coming in. We have 35% are Black, 4% are Asian businesses, Asian owned, 29% are Hispanic or Latino, and we have 15% who identified as other, 6% identified as 2 or more, and 11% identified as white. So we are very happy with the demographics that are coming through the source. It is a very broad circle. We are trying to hit more industries and more diversities as far as demographic categories of small business owners, because we know that there's a plethora of businesses that are coming through Cook County. We want to make sure that everyone is getting assistance. So here's a quick overview of some of the partnership program that we offer that we're connected to through the source. At the top, you will see our advising partners. These are the BSOs, which is Illinois Hispanic Chamber is one, as you can see here. I'm not going to go through them all. You can see them. Some know Women Business Development Corporation, Chicago Urban League, the Illinois Restaurant Association. We work with Allies for Community Business, 36 Square. So these up here are our main partners who actually provide the one-on-one business advising for the source. So if you need any assistance, I always tell people take a picture of this. You can know even who's in your local area, because as you can see at the bottom, these are referral partners. These are our partners who assist us with getting the word out about the source. They help us with marketing opportunities. If you need assistance, they can help direct you to us. So you can just get a picture and a snapshot, because a lot of people don't really know that these small business community-based organizations are even in their community. So this is just for you all to get a better picture of who's here to help you. And this is just a quick overview of some of our impact with small businesses that we have assisted. We have Pink Panini. She's actually a grant awardee, and she also came through our partner, the Southland Development Corporation. We have Freedom Lee State of Mind. She actually came through Berwyn. She was a part of the 2023 Berwyn Shops. If you all have not visited, they have a new cohort starting in May. Please make sure you check them out. And then we have Miss PSG Free, who came through Chicago Minority Supplier, which is another one of our partners. So we're doing great things in the source. Hopefully you all will be one of our next impact stories. This is just a great picture of our grant awardees with President Pertwinkle and some of our partners, as well as commissioners. And they're just saying that they got a grant. We made an impact, you all. So we are very excited of the work that we're doing here. And here is how you can become a part of the source. As you can see here, this is a scan code. You can use it to sign you directly up to the source. It would take you to the actual sign up form that will get you put into our database. It takes 24 to 48 hours for someone to contact you and partner you with one of our partners throughout the source, one of our BSOs. If you would like not to do that way, but you just would like to stay connected with us and learn more about what program offerings we have or events, you can go here where it says sign up for news and updates. You can sign up for our newsletter, which also is sent out monthly. We have access to capital opportunities. We have our events in there, and we let you know anything else that is going on as far as an offering throughout Cook County. So that is my time. I thank you all for joining us, and I am going to transition it over to Mr. Oscar of the Illinois Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dominique, for providing such helpful information, and thank you for the warm introduction. So I'm going to quickly share my screen right now. All right, can someone let me know if they're able to see it? All right. So thank you guys for joining us here today. Pretty sure there's going to be a lot of information, so hopefully you'll be taking notes. But again, the idea is for you guys to reach out to me afterwards so we can have a conversation and really get to know the main knowledge or key foundation of government contracting. So my name is Oscar Gutierrez. I am the director for one of the programs here at the IHCC, the Illinois Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. The program I manage is called the Illinois Apex Accelerator program, formerly known as the PTAC program, which is pretty much just procurement. So who are we, right? The IHCC, the Illinois Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, it was founded back in 1990 as the Mexican American Chamber of Commerce. Of course, it then transitioned and rebranded into the Illinois Hispanic Chamber of Commerce to give it a more sense of community and belonging to all the Hispanic communities, not just focusing on the Mexican one. So ever since, we've escalated to be one of the most impactful and known chambers, not only in Chicago or Illinois, but actually the Midwest. So our vision is to create economic opportunities for the Hispanic community in the region. So really quickly going a little bit on data from our last year. We were able to acquire either through grants, loans, bonding, and of course government contracting, just a little bit over $105 million. This translated into 4,300 businesses being reached, either having one conversation or several counseling sessions. We had a little bit over 117 training events, which is pretty much webinars, workshops like this ones. and that the whole thing translated into just a little bit over 6,000 total counseling hours throughout the different programs that we have. So it's we're proud of those numbers, and we're each year we're able and hopefully eager to reach those numbers. So this is a quick list of the programs that we have here, or we host in house at the IHC. We do anything from marketing, access to capital, branding, and of course, how to start your business. And the program I focus on, which is the Illinois Apex, the one on your right hand side, which focuses on procurement. And when it comes to procurement, we have three different programs, which are the middle ones you see there. First one is the Tollway Technical Assistance Center, which focuses on highway construction. But when it comes to highway construction, everything, all industries are related. It could be transportation, it could be IT, it could be marketing, it could be landscaping, many different opportunities. The one in the middle, which you can barely see there with the plane and the nice sunset, that is the U.S. It's funded by the DOT, Department of Transportation. And the name of the program, it's a long program, but we call it SBTRC by its acronym. It's the Small Business Resource Transportation Center. Again, they focus more on transportation industry, but they can assist with anything in regards to transportation. And again, the idea is procurement. And then we have our program, the Illinois Apex, which pretty much focuses on procurement, government contracting across all industries. And one of the key elements of the program is also assisting with minority certifications. So you probably heard about these, which will be I'll be talking about in the presentation, but it's MBE, WBE, DBE, all those acronyms. So if they don't sound familiar by now, hopefully they will by the end of the session, and you'll have more questions. And then again, I don't want to go over all the programs, but of course, the main one here is the one at the top in the middle. It's our partners, the Cook County Small Business Source, as Dominique was mentioning to you. We are one of the assist agencies for the program. I work alongside my colleagues here at the IHCC that are part of that program pretty much on a daily basis. So they refer a lot of contacts or clients to me when it comes to clients, seeking assistance in government contracting or assistance with minority certifications. So yeah, we have quite a few programs, and yeah. So pretty much still talking about the IGC. The goal is that you can connect with us, so we can connect you with different peoples, different networks, different businesses, different organizations. So you can either become a member, sponsor an event, or sign up for our services. One part of the IGC is actually getting receiving our technical assistance services at no cost. And the other part is to actually become a member of the IHCC. So two different things, same ecosystem, but the idea here is for you to get assisted and helped and connected by the IHCC. Okay, so now that was a brief introduction of the program. Now let's talk about my program and the reason why you guys join us here today, right? So the Illinois Apex Accelerator program, pretty much, as I mentioned earlier, the name transitioned and rebranded into Illinois Apex, but it used to be PTAC, if it rings a bell in your head. PTAC used to stand for Procurement Technical Assistance Center. So some people may be wondering, what does Apex stand for? It does not stand for anything, but it's just the meaning. Apex means to be at the top, at the peak of a mountain. So that's what we're aiming, right? We're aiming at the top of things. We're aiming at the top of our programs, pretty much placing you at the top of your industry to reach that government contracting readiness level. So again, procurement is pretty much the process in which the government searches and buys any kinds of services and or supplies or products from different business owners. So this is what we do. This is an overall of the services that we offer here at the Illinois Apex Accelerator program. We help clients identify, compete for, and win government contracts, meaning that we help you navigate different websites, different portals that you can find opportunities on. Of course, as I mentioned to you, our assistant comes at no cost, so it's pretty valuable. And might as well, all it takes is you reaching out to us and making sure you schedule the meeting with us. That's pretty much it. We'll take care of the rest. Once you have a meeting with us, you'll be able to have a complete set of tools which will help you guide you either through minority certifications or government contracting. And the idea here is for you to be exposed and connected to government agencies. This could mean either you getting familiar with them, or directly connecting you with people. And I want to highlight this because it's not that we do the work of connecting you specifically with, well, connecting you directly with specific people, but rather we give you the tools and resources, the agencies for you to reach out, and the networking piece comes from your dedication and effort, right? And same as for the contracts, legally, we're not allowed to, let's say, once I dive into the presentation, we're not allowed to write stuff for you, but rather guide you here and pretty much walk alongside you throughout the whole process. So, again, really quick, this is a part of our services. We offer technical assistance, which pretty much means what I just said. We're here to assist you at any time, at any point in any process that you're currently working through. But again, we're not legally allowed to fill out any forms, complete any documents, sign any documents for you or on your behalf, but rather you complete those on your own, and we make sure you're doing the right thing. We give you our feedback, insight, and recommendations, which again, that comes in the shape of one-on-one coaching, more like personalized coaching, right? We sit down, we complete a business assessment, and we make sure we address all of your questions and needs. At the end of the day, the goal is for you to walk out of that session or virtual session with again with a set of tools and many different resources for you to explore and do a little bit of research on, right? So we provide you with everything you need to know, but one important piece and aspect of these programs assistance is for you to do your due diligence on these resources and see how they will benefit or how you could make the most out of them for your business, of course. So again, the program pretty much splits into two different aspects. One of them is government contracting, and the other one is minority certifications, right? So once you have minority certifications, you can leverage these to go into government contracting. And I want to highlight one important thing is that, and there's a misconception here, you don't need these certifications to go into government contracting, right? You can go into government contracting without these certifications. However, if you have these certifications, of course, they give you a little bit of advantage when it comes to the bidding process. I'm not going to say a priority process, but rather an advantage, meaning that they put you a little bit up from the line, or maybe you'll have more exposure simply because of the reason that these government agencies need to comply with minority spend goals, meaning that they need to allocate some money into these businesses that are not only owned by, but certified as minority. So that's when these certifications come in handy. Okay, so one of the most popular certifications will be the MBE/WB, which stands for Minority Business Enterprise or Women Business Enterprise. This certification could be obtained by either the city or by Cook County. They they share the same process. So once you get certified with the city, your certification will be good within Cook County as well. So really quick, this certification is good for 5 years. It has a one-time fee of $250. And again, it's only good within the city of Chicago and Cook County. And I'll go over that in a minute. So the second certification, the BEP, the Business Enterprise Program, it's for the state of Illinois. And again, the main differences with this and the one with the city is that this certification is actually free. It's good for 7 years. And again, it's only good within the state of Illinois, excluding Cook County and the city of Chicago. So what I mean by that is when you get certified, either let's say you get certified with the state of Illinois, and there's an opportunity for you to bid on, and they're looking for companies that are certified as either MBE or BEP, you can take advantage of those goals or minority spending goals that the government agencies are seeking. But let's say you're certified with the state and they're asking specifically, let's say there's a project in the city and they're asking for specifically the city certification. You will not be able to, make use of your certification since you are certified with the state of Illinois rather than the city, and vice versa. If you're certified with the city / Cook County and there's a project with the state of Illinois and they require the BEP certification, which is the state certification, you will not be able to take advantage of your status as minority certified with the city. That's the main difference between these two certifications, as well as, again, the price and the number of years that you'll be certified. So, can you, let's say, I'm certified with the state, but I see an opportunity with the city. Am I still able to bid on those projects? Of course. The only thing is that you will not be able to use your certification with the state to apply for a contract with the city using that certification. That's pretty much the difference. Second question we get a lot: can we get both certification? Of course you can. There's a reciprocal process in which if you first get the one with the city, once you get certified, you take that certification or application paperwork into the state, and the process becomes a little bit faster. So yes, you can get both. You can also get them at the same time, but we recommend that you get one first and then you take that and get the one with the state. And if you're gonna get both, we recommend that route, taking the one with the city first and then the one with the state. Those are the two main most popular certifications. We also have the DBE, which stands for the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Certification. Pretty much the certification, what it does, and I'll go over the requirements for all three of them right at the end of this slide. So this certification, what it entails is that your company is socially and economically disadvantaged, meaning that when it comes to the social aspect, you belong to a minority group, and when it comes to the economic aspect, it means that your personal net worth is below 850,000 dollars in the last 3 years, something like that. So it's a large amount of money. I can go into the specifics after the session, or I'll send you the link, but most of our clients and most of our client demographic fall within this requirement, which is why most people are eligible for this. So again, if we look at all these three certifications, the requirements are pretty much the same. You need to belong to a minority group, which is basically either, when it comes to either being a woman or belonging to a minority, having an ethnical background. So these could be African American, Asian, Pacific Islander, Arabic, Hispanic, of course, and I'm missing one, but it's pretty much just if you belong to a minority group, you're eligible for this. The second thing is that, most importantly, is that your company is at least 51% owned by an individual or group of individuals who belong to a minority group. That's pretty much it. So let's say I am Hispanic, but my business partner is, let's say he does not belong to, or she does not belong to any of the minority groups, but I hold 51% ownership of the company. Is my company eligible for this? Of course. Now, if that person were to hold, let's say, 60% of the company's ownership, and I held 40%, that would not make us eligible, or that would not qualify us for the certifications. So that's pretty much the difference. It could also be different owners. So let's say there's 3 business partners within the company. I'm Hispanic. There's one partner that's African American, and then there's another partner that is, let's say, white. If my percentage and my partner, who happens to be African American, if they hold together at least 51%, let's say I hold 30 and that person holds 21%, that also qualifies the company as minority. So yeah. I know there's going to be quite a few questions, so I don't know if there's a question on this right now. Oh, what if my company is established in the suburbs? Good question. So for the city certification, the counties that you can or the eligible counties are, of course, Cook and I think they go as far as what was it, Will County, and I'm missing the other one. What's the one right next to Will? Gotta look into those. But yeah, it's like Cook County, Will County, and the one right above it. I think it's, oh, I'm terrible at geography. I'll
Is
put
it
it
DuPage? Okay.
no, it's
No.
Kane. I think it's Kane. Yes, Alma. Just said it. I think it's Kane County. But if I look at the map, I'll quickly find it. But yeah, it's as far as Kane and Will County. Kane, I'm not 100% sure, but Will, I'm 100% sure, and of course, Cook County. So yeah, as long as your company, not your residential, but your business is registered within these counties, you'll be able to qualify for that. Also, one of the most important requirements for this is that it's sort of uncomfortable to bring it up. I don't ask, I just bring out the information. But since we deal with a lot of, Hispanic owned businesses, when it comes to the legal status, you need to at least, be a green card holder for your business to qualify for these certifications. Yeah. So that's about everything there's out there when it comes to minority certifications. There's also the one for veteran owned businesses that could be either with the city and Cook County or at the state level or even at the federal level. There is also the hub zone certification. It's pretty much HUV zone, which stands for historically underutilized business zones. Pretty much, if your business is located within a hub zone, you'll also be able to qualify for that certification. There's quite a few requirements, but yeah, that certification will also help you, give you advantage when it comes to bidding for contracts. The last thing I wanted to remind or highlight is, again, you don't need these certifications to go after government contracting. They do help, they do come in handy, but you don't need this to go for government contracting. Once you have them, of course, it will put you at an advantage spot, but you don't need them. And vice versa. Just because you have these certifications doesn't mean that you'll be guaranteed contracts. One thing is to, bid for opportunities, and another different thing is to actually pursue those opportunities and write the proposals, write the RFIs, responses to be selected in their bidding process. So two different things. Let's see if there are more questions.
Yeah, one question that I think Mercedes already went ahead and answered, but I think might be helpful to answer for everybody else was about cost. So somebody asked about the cost of these certifications. So could you let us know if they're also the same for different levels, maybe if you're doing it with the state versus with the city or county, and if all of the different certifications cost the same.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually am gonna put it in the chat as I speak. So again, the first one has a one-time non-refundable fee of $250. The one with the state is actually no cost. And then same for the DV, it's at no cost. And again, the idea here is for you guys to reach out to me so we can have a personalized one-on-one coaching session in which we'll go over all these certifications and more specifically, we'll go deep into the requirements. Where do you guys need to apply? What agencies actually certify businesses with these certifications and questions like that. So, yeah, I think it says, okay. Tanisha, I've looked into procurement for quite a while. So yeah, that's a good question. To be completely honest and transparent with you, when it comes to food and beverage goods, it's a little bit more complex. I know there's a saying, well, it's not a saying, the government usually buys everything, and this is one of the things that our state director always says, that the government, or especially the Department of Defense, which is how the program is funded, they could buy anything from toilet paper to ammunitions and helicopters and all those stuff, right? So yes, they do buy everything, but when it comes, and this is my personal experience, when it comes to food, it's a little bit more complex, and it has to be like packaged goods. I'll give you an example. So if you're a bakery, if you bake goods, usually what I can think of is maybe providing your baked goods to the justice system, or like jails, or like schools and all that, right? Now, if you do packaged goods, that's different, because those tend to be non-perishable, and they're easier to sell and distribute. So yes, there are opportunities out there. It's just a little bit more complex. And now that you asked that question, let's say I'm going to bring up an example. When it comes to catering services, usually what the government or any government agency does is that when it comes to catering food, they do a one-time purchase rather than a government contracting. And if you think about it, it makes sense, right? Let's say you're gonna have quite a few events, or maybe you don't have a list of events secured for the calendar year, and you're just gonna do food purchases as you go. So government doesn't want to, log into a contract, but rather just do purchases, and they're like credit card purchases. So again, rather than a contract, it's a one-time purchase. Uh, yeah. So cake mix, yeah, that's one of the things. Let's see here, Cooper. Is there any person if we're following out this sort of? Yes, we actually offer our technical assistance services both virtually and in person. You're more than welcome to come to our office space. We're located downtown, or just have a virtual meeting in which you'll share your screen, and we'll go over your application. But yes, short answer is yes. How long does it take to be certified? Good question. So official notice for all of these three certifications, city, state, and the agencies that provide with the DBE, they could take up to 3 months for your business to be certified. That means that it could probably be a month, 2 months, maybe a couple weeks, or maybe 3 months. So yeah, they once you submit your application, you probably hear back from them saying that you missed a couple of documents, or there's some missing information on your application, and you'll need to respond to that. So it's a good sign that you hear back from them, and it's also a good sign when you don't hear back from them within the next couple of weeks, meaning that your application most likely went through without a problem, and you should be expecting to hear back from them a couple of days after a month or so. So yeah, official notice is 3 months. Would I be able to reach those two certifications? Yeah, actually, if you're talking about special events, again, you don't need these certifications to participate in these bidding processes, or even the one-time purchases. However, they tend to make use of or allocate that money into companies that are either minority certified or minority owned. So yes, with that, since they're not government contracting opportunities, that will fall more on the networking piece of it. So let's say you attend one of the our Apex events, or vendor fairs, or for instance, there's the Cook County, what is it, Cook County, I forgot the name, but it's coming up on April 9th. It's a summit, I think. So that's the best example I could give you. If you go to that summit on April 9th, you'll be able to talk to different government agencies and get contact information, and talk to people that can connect you or refer you to different programs, departments, or people within Cook County. That way, you'll be able to start building up relationships, establish relationships with that agency, so you're known out there, and your company and you as the owner get exposure to that. So again, these opportunities, since it comes to food, one-time purchases, it's really unlikely that you'll find them on the portals, but rather it's through word of mouth. Hopefully that makes sense. And again, I don't want to give too much time on certifications, but rather government contracting as a whole. So I'll go into the next slide, and we'll have a Q&A, some Q&A time at the end. Pathways to Cook County. Yeah, that's the summit. Thank you, Alma. All right. So, how do I get rid of this? So, just a quick slide on importance of minority certifications. Again, this is data from 2023, I believe. There were about 300, just a little bit over 3,000 businesses that were certified with the city and Cook County. They, of course, as I explained to you, they give you the opportunity to bid. And when it comes to government contracting, these government agencies are actually forced or required to allocate a specific percentage of the money amount to companies that are minority certified, not just minority owned, but minority certified. This means that government agencies do have minority spending goals. So pretty much meaning that a certain percentage of money needs to be allocated to those. So it's always somewhere between 20 to 25% when it comes to non-construction, and it's almost somewhere between 5 to 10% on all contracts that needs to be allocated to WBE certified firms, meaning women business enterprise. And then on the last bullet point you see out there is affirmative action. I quickly talk about this. So for those of you who are familiar with this concept, affirmative action is pretty much the process or initiative in which the government tries to create a fair play field for everyone. And going over that, or moreover, it's pretty much meaning that everyone gets a piece of the cake, right? So affirmative action makes sure that companies or minority-owned companies get a piece of the pie when it comes to projects and contracts. So it's really important initiative and action. I know there's been a lot of speculation lately, not just in government contracting, but different initiatives, for example, schools and other social and government programs. So it's important to if you belong to a minority group, it's important to understand what affirmative action is. And this is my personal experience. It's also nice to advocate for it. So, but that's a whole different conversation. So, okay. What would a technical assistance or what would a session with Oscar will look for you as a business owner? Pretty much the first step is to conduct a business assessment with you as a business owner. We ask you a few questions just so we can have a better understanding on not only what you do and the years of business you've been, but also where you're standing and where you're trying to go. So again, complete business assessment as to how the program will actually benefit, or maybe the program is not a good fit for you at the moment. And for that, we'll refer you to a different program within our chamber, within the IHCC, right? So the idea here is for you to come. If this program is a good fit for you, you'll stay with us. If not, you'll take advantage of the other programs. So no matter your industry, no matter your years of experience or expertise, or the business stage level that you are right now, there's always something for you here at the IHCC. After that, we help you either build or enhance your capability statement. Capability statement, when it comes to government contracting, is pretty much a resume of your company. You know, you list your core competencies, your differentiators, a brief history of what you do, a description of your services, and the clients that you work for. Pretty much like a resume for your company. When it comes to different application processes, either through bids or certifications, we help you with that. We review it. We give you a recommendation, feedback, and insight. But again, we are not allowed to write anything on your behalf. We teach you about bidding portals, help you understand, identify, and navigate these portals. And of course, we help you find and review opportunities. These come in the shape of RFPs, RFIs, or RFQs, which I'll talk about in the next slide, I believe. Well, that's not, it's gonna be the next slide after that. But yeah, this pretty much means request for proposal, request for information, or request for quotation. Again, I'll explain it to you in the next slide after this one. So when it comes to the bidding process, really quick, procurement portals, first step is for you to be signed up on SAM.gov. SAM.gov stands for the System for Award Management, which again, if you're trying to go into government contracting, you'll need to be registered on this website. Doesn't take that long. Could take maybe 15-20 minutes to register your business. It's just filling out information about your business. That's pretty much it. When it comes to procurement, again, and you'll be able to find opportunities there too, on the federal, at the federal level. When it comes to the city, the city has its own procurement portal, which is through the DPS. You see the logo right here. It's called the Department of Procurement Services. Within the city, we also have CTA's procurement website, as well as CPS, Chicago Public Schools. Those agencies, I put those specifically, those two, not only because they're city agencies, but also because they have their own procurement portals, which is pretty cool. Of course, Cook County as well. They also have their own procurement portal. Then when it comes to the state, we have BidBuy, which you see the logo there, green and blue, which is also, or can be also accessed through the Illinois Procurement Bulletin Board. Either or, it's the same. Now, if we're talking again more on the federal level, we also use or help you navigate and understand the website called U.S. Spending. Again, opportunities at the federal level based on, it's pretty useful, user-friendly tool, but there's a lot of information being thrown at you at once. So we help you, better absorb, digest, and break down those concepts and tools and filters for you to easily digest and understand. So that's our job. Again, you don't need to pretty much understand this right now, but this is just an overview of the tools that we work with and we help our clients work with. Lastly, we also have an internal matchmaking tool, which is BidMatch, in which pretty much you input your codes as to your services or products, and these tool will match you with opportunities on a daily or weekly basis. So going back to the RFPs, RFIs acronym, this is pretty much what they stand for. So request for information is the process, pretty much it's a process the government uses to gain information of not only the companies out there, but the services that they are able to provide. So when you see an RFI, it means that pretty much an agency is looking for information as to what you could provide to them in terms of services or products, right? You write a response, pretty much a proposal, and then from there they make their decision, or maybe it's a process in which they do several filtering sessions. But that is one of the most popular ones. The second one most popular will be the RFP, which is a request for proposal. Again, pretty similar. It's a process, and they ask for a lot of documentation and bid solicitation. To give you an example, this is more for, like, let's say there's a construction or, architecture project, or a building that needs to be remodeled, right? The government doesn't actually quite know what they want to do or what needs to be done. So when you see an RFP, it's you creating your own proposal to for lack of a better word, to propose to the government your plan, your idea, your strategy as to how to approach that situation or project, right? So this is more like you get to play around with it based on your differentiators, your core competencies, and you propose to the government. Let's say, this is what I propose. These are my prices. These are my timelines. So yeah. And then the last one is the RFP. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a typo right there. It's RFQ, request for quotation. This is pretty straightforward. It's pretty much when the government is specifically searching for items, products, or services. There's nothing much around it. Again, if you have or if you sell what they're looking for, you just have to provide them with the price. That's about it. Again, all of these three different types of opportunities will fall more under the state and city level. When it comes to federal level, it's a little bit more complex. There's more acronyms, more processes, but we don't have to go into those right now. So again, all of these three, when it comes for the selection process, the main aspect the government or government agencies focus on is pricing, right? If you offer the lowest price amongst your competitors, you're most likely to win it. However, there's always different aspects that come into play. Just because you're the lowest bidder doesn't mean that you'll get it. Because if there's some company that might be a little bit over your pricing, but they have more years of experience, or their company entitles more to, not entitles, but their company is a better fit for the services that they're looking for, of course, they'll go with that option. So again, pricing it's the most important criteria, but it's not the only one they consider. And yeah, well, just really quick, that was our this is our performance, and this is just for the Apex, not the IHCC, from last year. 145 business assisted, almost 1,000 counseling hours, 87 jobs were created through, different contracts. I'll get to the certified business number. I'll get back to that in a bit. We also did 23 training events, which is workshops, in-person workshops, or, virtual webinars like this. And that was the dollar amount of contracts awarded amongst all of our clients. So, $1,700,000. So, just to finish, going back to the number 10, you see there, approved and certified business. Let's say if you look at the 145 business assisted, that means that these are the businesses that received our technical assistance services, whether it was in regards to government contracting or minority certifications. I want to say that about 80% or 70% of our client base is interested in minority certifications. Not everything is government contracting. So if you take that number into consideration, I want to say about, out of those 145, I want to say roughly about 100 of those businesses were interested in specifically minority certifications. So let's keep that number in mind, 100 businesses. If you look at the number of businesses that were actually certified, it's just 10%, right? 10 businesses that were actually certified out of those 100. There could be many reasons for that, but one of the main reasons is because they pretty much lose motivation, or once they see that they actually need to do some work and provide documentation, submit documents, complete the whole application process. You never heard, it's simply that we don't hear back from them. We've changed our processes, we've changed our different steps as to how to approach these situations, and we do a lot of follow-ups. We tend to be not on their backs, but just letting them know that they still have a process to be yet completed. But it's hard, and I get it. You're all business owners, you have important stuff to do, you have a business to run. But I just wanted to highlight that number. I know it's not a good number to be highlighted when it comes to my performance, but it's also important to think about it. There's 100 businesses that wanted to get certified, and only 10% of those businesses got certified. Again, many reasons along the way, but it also shows a little bit of our motivation and dedication to achieve what we want once something becomes a little bit challenging, right? Our job here is to bridge that gap and make this process as easy as possible, which we do. But sometimes there are a few aspects and situations that are not in our control. So again, just wanted to highlight that, and just so you guys, if you're thinking into getting certified, it's not an I don't want to say complex, but it's not an easy process, and it's definitely not an overnight process. You'll need to read documents, you'll need to have a lot of documents, come up with paperwork, gather up information. So people who get certified are people who are determined and want to get certified and take advantage of it. It's an investment. That's the way I describe it. At the end of the day, it's not homework. We're not going to give you homework. We don't set deadlines for you. You work on your own pace. We're here to assist you, but it is definitely an investment for you. You're going to spend time, maybe money, depending on the certification that you want, but it's time that will be pretty much, it will pay off in the next couple of months. So yeah, I think that was my last slide. Again, that is my email address right there. If you guys want to reach out. Yeah, so I know there's gonna be quite a few questions, so I'm ready for those. But yeah, ultimately the idea is for you guys to reach out so we can have a conversation, a business assessment session, and then get to know you, of course, get to know your business and assist you at a high level and in a more personalized setting. Okay, I have a few questions here. Michelle Velasquez, that's just been need to reside in order to apply for apply. I don't get the question. So I'm guessing reside in Illinois or a city. It depends on the opportunity you're seeking, but short answer is no. You can be, you know, based or residing, or your business can be registered in a different state, but you can still apply for different opportunities across different cities, states, counties, and of course at the federal level. So no, short answer is no. And specifically when it comes to services, let's say IT services, marketing services, you don't need to be present for those. So you can apply and bid for these opportunities all across the nation. Yes, we do train with preparing proposals, and more like a training is again a personalized session in which we sit down, we review what you've had so far, and we come up with our, not a strategy, but rather recommendations, suggestions, insights as to what you should add, remove, edit, adjust. Can you add NAICS codes to your certification if you can, bro? That your business is whatever. Row. I don't know if that's a typo. If that's a word I don't know, and I might not know it. English is not my first language, so could you certify if you, so you can add NAICS codes to your certification? Well, that's actually a pretty good question. So when you're getting certified, and for those of you that don't know, NAICS codes, I'm gonna take back a few steps. NAICS codes stand for North American Industry Commodity Service Codes. They are international codes globally. So these are the codes that I was referring to earlier today. I did not want to go very specific, but since we have the question right here, NAICS codes are the codes that the government uses to identify, describe, label services and products. And it's also the codes that you as a business owner need to identify on your behalf, that will best describe your type of services and products. That way, when you're looking for opportunities or bid opportunities, rather than typing in the whole thing of what you do or the services or products that you offer, you search them by these codes, right? So it's a great tool to, not tool, but codes to pretty much facilitate the process for you to find opportunities and for the government to find you as a business owner. So once you getting certified, you need to include your NAICS codes there. After each year, and all of these certifications, after each year, there is a renewal process, and more of a renewal is more of a verification process in which you what's the word I'm looking for? You describe, or you tell the agency that you either included new services or products for your company, meaning that you will be adding new NAICS codes, or if you're still offering the original services and products. So I hope that answered the question. But yes, you will need, it's not that you can add the NAICS codes, but you will need the NAICS codes for the certification. And it's according to the industry. So again, these codes, it's not like you buy them, you own them, but rather you identify them based on your services, products, and yeah. But are there any reasons that pretty much the other reason I can think of is marketing. It does work as a pretty much a marketing tool, right? Again, you don't need it. It's a game changer, but you don't need them. So when it comes to marketing, let's say you're not certified, but you belong to a minority group as a business owner, you can promote your business as minority owned business, but not just certified. So once you get certified, of course, you have like the logo. You can include the logo on your websites, on your email signature, on your capability statement, which is the resume I quickly described. So again, if you have it, you can promote it, market it. If you don't, you're just gonna market your company differently, but essentially it's focused on the same thing. I hope that answers the question. And that is one of the things. It's marketing, But again, once you are certified, you'll be placed, let's say you bid for contract and you were not awarded, you'll be placed in the records, like a pool of different companies that are certified already and that they can work for future projects, right? So they have that data, and when they come up with a new project, they'll pretty much be reaching out to these companies first. Mhm. Okay, I think those are all the questions in the chat. I'm not sure, Valeria, can you verify?
Yeah, I think we're done. No more open questions.
Okay. Oh, and it's 11 a.m. sharp. But no, I'll give it a few more minutes. I know there might be quite a few questions, but again, remember that the idea is for you guys, if interested and if you see this program to be a good fit for you, the idea for you is to reach out. We'll schedule a meeting. And yeah, we'll take it from there. And one last thing I wanted to mention. Again, I briefly touched on this, but if this program, the Apex program, is not a good fit for your business at this time, you can take advantage of the other programs that we have, and that will most likely be a good fit for your business, merely based on the stage where you are as a business owner right now. So, the main requirements technically for the program as a business owner is for you to have a experience in your industry, and have a really well established clientele. What does that mean? It means that if you just open up your business quite a few months ago, and you're interested in government contracted, it's really unlikely that you will see true value with this program, because your business is still new, right? You're trying to get clients, you're trying to make your company known out there, get some exposure. So we can still have the meeting. I'll provide you with all that information, but at that point in time, that this program might not be the best fit for your business at that stage level. I'd rather have you assisted by other programs here that will focus on exactly the level that you are right now.
And that sounds great. Thank you so much, Oscar. That was a lot of great information. And just to clarify and round up, Oscar gave you all so much information. We don't want those who are new. He's not saying leave discouraged and don't try. What he's saying is work with him, talk to him, see what it is that you need. And if you're not in that place right now to become a government contracted procurement business, their program through the IHCC can assist you with getting to where you need to be in your business, so that down the line you can be ready to become a government contract procurement business. And again, we are Cook County Small Business Source. We also work with 11 other programs. We do, referrals within our program. So even if the IHCC feel that you might be better off working with another organization as a partnership program, they can direct you to them as well. So this is not a one and done type situation. We are here to assist all of you in every age and stage of your business. That is our goal. That is our vision, is to help build you all up so that you can be successful moving forward. And I just want to tip real quick. I know we're at the 11 o'clock hour, but Oscar said something very key and important when I heard him speak. He said that he had 148 businesses apply to be procurement ready to go forth. However, only 10 of those businesses, 10%, actually fulfilled that obligation. What Oscar is saying here is that the work is really on you all. We do know that every business is not really set up, as he was stating, to be procured with the government. However, those who are procured with the government, and I say this when I'm out speaking all the time, when you work with an advisor, make sure that you are ready and dedicated to do the work that they're asking you to do. They can only help you if you help yourself, and they can only assist you with moving forward if you hit those deadlines and the requests that they're giving you. So really, how successful you are in this program is how successful and how fast and how quick you move with the requests that Oscar and his team gives you. This can be a really great opportunity for you, whether you work with Oscar at the IHCC or any of our other programs. But even if you sit down and work with an advisor, there's work that you're going to have to do. The vision was given to you. This is your baby. We are here to help equip you, build you up, and continue to help you move forward in a successful manner. We can't do the work for you, but we can definitely help you do it. And that's what Oscar is saying. They're here to help you do that application, which is lengthy, but they're going to carry you from the beginning to the end. But you all have to take the necessary steps to get that done. And that's what we want you to do. So please do take advantage of Oscar services and the IHCC, even the Small Business Source. We're here to assist you. We want to see you all not just survive, but thrive. We want to see you scale up. We want you to be our next impact story. We want to see all of the work that you all are doing. We want to help you get employees and become, even employed. Let's go to the next level this year. Let's have new goals and let's help you get there, okay? But again, I'm Dominique Gamble, Program Manager, Cook County Small Business Source. This is our Cook team. Oscar is from our partner source, the Illinois Hispanic Chamber. And we hope you enjoyed this webinar. We thank you for joining us. And we ask that you join us next month in April for our Marketing Wednesday webinar series. And we look forward to seeing you all then. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you.